Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm actually going on a ride today. I'm going to ride the Hey Duke. You'll notice I don't have a chesty mount on. I don't plan to film this ride much. I'm going to talk a little bit about these cool loops because what I can do here is I'm actually in Riverton, which isn't too far from where my property is that's being cleared right now. I'll be able to hit the paved trail, get on the green loop, and there'll be some green and blue trails, and I'm not going to hit anything extreme. I'm just basically going out to get some exercise, get in some single track, have some fun, keeping it simple today, which is why I'm not running the GoPro or anything like that. And I'll probably stop a couple of times on the trail and talk a little bit about the area and stuff. And I do have the tripod on my back here, so no promises, but if I do find anything interesting to film myself with that, I will do that. Cool, let's get to it. Okay, so I'm on my bike. Just took the paved trail to this trailhead. And so from here it was 1.96 miles, so let's just call it 2 miles to the trailhead. And now I'm gonna take a short ride on the dirt road, get on Galloping Goose, and I'll be on all single track till I get back to this point. So I'm on Galloping Goose, and see this lake. I forget the name of this lake. This is not the Mahonaman unit or mine. This is the other one north of there. But yeah, I gotta just wind around. Super fun, twisty, windy trails, especially on this bike. Just getting in some fitness. Super fun. Okay, now I'm at the parking lot. You can see the cars over there and stuff. And I got the map over here. I'm gonna try to turn you so the sun doesn't glare right into the lens. So here's what I'm doing, at least for this section. So I'm coming through and I'm riding Galloping Goose and just staying on it. I'm skipping all these other challenging trails and just staying on the nice fun flow stuff. I'm coming all the way here, and so now I'm here. Now I'm gonna get on this yellow trail, which is intermediate, I believe. Well, more difficult, but it's blue trail, so that's intermediate. And then it's gonna go around Pennington Mine Lake. So remember when I couldn't remember the name of the lake? Pennington. So this is Huntington Mine Lake, but they call this the, yeah, see, this is where it gets confusing. Yeah, the Mahonaman unit. I'm always so confused. But that's the lake we saw earlier in the video because I was over here somewhere. Right there probably. And then I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna take that, go around that lake and come back this way. Let's see if the other side has the full thing. No, it has nothing. So I'll just talk about the next section when I get there. Cool. Okay, I finished that lake, but I forgot to tell you the distance I was at right before I started that last loop, which you just saw in the video a second ago. So I was at the 5 mile mark then. Then I continued on Galloping Goose on the blue trails around the next lake, and now I'm at 7.2 miles. Keep in mind that 2.5 or almost 2.5, more like 2.3 miles of this was the paved trail, which is this trail actually, and gravel road. But believe it or not, even though I see the paved trail here, there's more single track ahead. So let's finish that up. Oh, and before we get going, down that way is what's called the demo trail. And what's interesting about that was the very first trail that was built up here in the Cuyuna area back in the mid 2000s. I don't remember the exact year, but I was actually involved with helping out with the construction of that. And I actually remember parking right around here somewhere and walking back there and helping them build that demo trail. And that was the trail that kicked off all the rest of this stuff. I was involved with MORC at the time, Minnesota Off-Road Cyclists, and doing a lot of IMBA training. These flies, come on. And doing a lot of trail building at that time. So that's cool. Yeah, it was right over there. Got a lot of memories. Cool. All right, let's get to riding because I'm trying to keep this more of a fitness pace. Okay, so along this paved trail is a whole bunch of single track galloping goose. Just surfs on both sides of this paved trail, which is really cool because if you ever bring a beginner out here, somebody totally new to riding, this is the trail to do it on because it's fun, it's flowy, it's easy, and at any time they need to bail out, you know, he's bail out on the paved trail and ride back to the parking lot. So this is the trail I always recommend people, hey, if you're an absolute beginner, or I've taken a couple of beginners or people that try it out, this is where I've taken them. So it's a pretty cool thing. So we have the map here that has the full deal. So this is the stuff we're mostly riding, and we're just doing the easy loop through all of this. So kind of on this, there is one part that goes through here and back, but mostly we're staying along the north edge of this lake. And then we went and did this loop. I always say we, like you're coming along with me. Maybe you are, I don't know, maybe in spirit. But came around here and then surfed back and forth along the paved trail back to here. Then, you know, that's where the bike park is and stuff, in the big parking lot. Then surfed the paved trail. Oh, I'm not even pointing the phone at the right place. So here's where the parking lot is in the bike park, and then coming along here and surfing along this trail. Boom, 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 boom. And then here we are right here. And this is a little tight, twisty section that we're about to go into. So this is gonna be the last bit of single track. So I'm at 9 miles right now, starting from over here in Riverton, riding the paved trail, doing all of this. Pennington Lake, I didn't do Portsmouth mine. So it's also kind of cool about this is if I wanted to go on a little bit longer ride, I could also add this into my ride. And if I really want to go even longer, I could go all the way to the Yawkey unit and ride Hall Road. And Hall Road is super fun. So there's really like green/blue flow trail all the way here and all the way back that you could just, like, if you were out to get your fitness on and you wanted to ride all the fun flow stuff without doing all the really gnarly stuff, you could do all that many miles of that stuff and then add in any little chunk you want or whatever, right? I mean, there's so many options. So we're gonna ride this a little bit, get to the other end. I'll probably do another video, then I'll get back to where I'm staying, where my camper is. So my land is around here somewhere, but I'm currently staying right here on my friend's lot. So yeah, let's go do this. It is getting late. I think it's almost what time is it? I don't even know. I think getting close to 8 o'clock, so got to get back before it gets dark. Just ripped through there, so I'm at 9.94 miles, so that's about a mile in there of that kind of windy, fun, twisty stuff. It's actually a really fun section of trail. When this used to be two-way trail, and before they evolved this place, that used to be called boot camp, and so people could come and kind of ride that trail and get a feel of what single track was all about. So it's fun, flowy, has a little bit of everything. And there's actually some cool like mine artifacts. There's like some cement walls that are all ruins that are falling apart. There's like cable going across the trail here and there. Just interesting. I really wish I knew how to pronounce that. I'm gonna say Manomen. Let's just call it Manomen. And I already went over all the map. And so now I'm gonna get back on the paved trail and ride my roughly 2.35 miles. So that's gonna give me about almost a 12.5 mile ride total, which is gonna be pretty sweet for just hopping on my bike, ripping out a ride, taking me maybe about an hour and a half. It would have taken me less had I not stopped and done these little videos, but it's pretty cool. I love being here. So let's get on the trail and get back to the trail. Okay, just finished. So my watch told me that it was almost 12 miles exact. So that's pretty cool. About 4 something, low 4 miles was the paved, and oh, I see what happened. So the paved trail is 2 miles exact from here to the trailhead, but there's a short stretch to get to the north part of Galloping Goose that was like a third of a mile. So that's where that third of a mile, I'm like confused. I'm like, how is it like longer getting there than getting back? But that makes sense. So so about 4.3 miles of paved trail combined with that dirt gravel road. All the rest was single track. So that's not bad. So 8-ish miles of single track. Is my math right? Who really cares? Do you really care? I didn't think you really cared. I'm just babbling. So one thing before I go though, this bike, I love it, love it, love it. So like, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's steel, but it is my favorite bike to ride. And I really think one of the best upgrades I've done on this is this Ergon SM Pro saddle, titanium rails, super comfy. Like, it is not the prettiest looking saddle, but it is the nicest saddle I've ever had on a bike. So there you go, Ergon. There's your plug, and you don't give me anything for it. Nobody does. So my opinion is valid. At least my opinion. I don't know about other people's opinions. So anyway, really appreciate you supporting my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.